It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. And, of course, Udo, coaches and fans enjoying seeing how he fits into the game plan and lineup here with his new team.
Well, we're about to see.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, guys, with the shift towards so-called positionless basketball, the market for wing players has never been hotter. The average height in the NBA is now right around 6'7", so players in that range are the perfect fit for this new two-way style. Guys?
Well, especially those players with the skill to do a little bit of everything. D.A., thank you. And featuring two of the best bigs in the league, Brent, how impactful is the center position now compared to the way it used to be?
Well, one of the things that I think people are still dealing with is just how divergently different the center position has become in the game. And to think that these guys, in what they're asked to do, has just as much importance of the Patrick Ewings, the Akeem Olajuwons, the low post, big-time scorers back to the basket. The modern-day center, Kevin, isn't doing that. It's a roll to the basket, rim protection game, and there are some elite ones doing it now.
Why are guys of the past?
They have to be. On top of that, some of the teams are even asking those.
The athletic front pair is Griffin and Drummond. Reggie Jackson out there with Kennard, and it's Robinson in at the small forward position. Jackson against Payton. Jackson kicks to Griffin. It doesn't go for him, and New Orleans will go the other way with it. Their last encounter was in Detroit, where they were able to handle the Pistons.
Win. They put together a pretty complete game, but their edge on the glass, for me, still stands out.
Yeah, they rebounded better than the U.S. economy, and that turned it into...
Loves to turn heads both on and off the court, and today he's showing off his new Jordan custom colorways.
And those colors will certainly turn some heads. Jordan showing just how bold they can be with the design, and you have to love the way they look.
Just 5 to shoot. Shoots from 14. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And so many defenses nowadays really not designed to take away that mid-range jumper.
And I'm loving the recognition, right? He simply takes what the defense allows. It's a smart move.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Robinson. Back to Jackson. Here's Drummond. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Andre Drummond in his mid-20s. He's led the league in rebounding 3 consecutive seasons. And Greg, last season was his best one yet.
I think, established himself as a franchise player for the Pistons. They'll go as far as he can take them. At the same time, though, I think the acquisition of Blake Griffin will only help to mature his game.
Payton kicks to Randall. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
They can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burner.
Pass to Robinson. Back to Jackson. Robinson down low. Working on AI. And Robinson gets it to go on the assist by Drummond.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
AI in the post, guarded by Robinson. AI. This is his first free throw of the game. And the first one at the line is good. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. The Pistons have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Hits it from three-point range. Robinson's got 7 points.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Here's Kennard, guarded by Holiday. Jackson dishes to Drummond. The pass to Griffin. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And Blake Griffin said early in his career he used to rely on his athleticism to get by. He said the problem was every season he'd be worn out by February. So diversifying his offensive game has helped him to kind of withstand the rigors of a long NBA season.
Here's Randall. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And the defense is just not very aggressive. Definitely fortunate that the mid-range jumper did not find the bottom of the net that time.
That one drops for him. Kennard's got his first basket of the night.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And Greg, you look at a lot of the volume dunkers over the years. Their bodies often wear down. You think of Amari Stoudemire, Antonio McDyess, even Dwight Howard.
Yeah, I think Griffin could see the writing on the wall. He used to get over 200 dunks in a season. Now, less than half that number. But the trade-off, hopefully, will be longevity and an increased skill set.
Here at the midway point, what we begin to realize now, there were some underrated pickups in the offseason that are showing what they can do.
And these are the kind of moves where at the end of the year you start thinking about candidates for executive of the year because they've plugged some holes. They've had an acquisition that's made their bench deeper. And we start to see in an 82-game season that maybe in the 55th to 57th game, a pickup like that is helping them win ball games. This is where those guys earn their money, the general manager.
Not wholesale changes. Just one guy can change a team slightly, and that nuance pays off.
Oh, anything subtle like that, that's where really you tip your hat to the general managers who understood that at some point during the year, we're going to lean on this player.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Kennard, guarded by Holiday. Kennard's shot is off.
Just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
His first shot coming late. Rebound Andre Drummond.
This is when you're just surprised that a guy would miss that kind of look. The defense really did not do a lot there.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Gotta keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
And sometimes when you're pushing the action, you can see some great teamwork, and then all of a sudden the individuals on your team can take over. All of that here tonight.
And Davis gets it to go.
So consistent down there. Davis just goes about his business, punches the clock, and whether there's space or not, he can still score.
Now Drummond against Washington. He was really on his game. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Just a wonderful effort from Davis on the defensive end with that rejection. Great positioning on the glass, jumping all over that miss and sticking it back in.
Payton finds Randall. Moves back up. And Davis lays it in. Davis has got 6.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
Pass to Griffin. Outside Robinson. He feeds it to Drummond. Outside for Robinson. Offensive rebound. And Drummond is right there.
And not afraid to say it. If Drummond isn't the best rebounder in the NBA, he's got to be in the top 3. That goes for both ends of the floor. Just no way to hold him in check on the board.
Randall with the bucket.
When the guy is capable of so many things like that on the offensive end, anytime you lose sight of him, he's got a huge advantage.
Inside, Robinson. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. 9 points for Robinson.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And Holiday kicks to AI. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That is his first foul of the game. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Elfrid Payton. Then for the Pistons, Pachulia comes in for Andre Drummond. And Ellington is subbed in for Kennard. And finished off by Robinson.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Pass to Beverly to the inside. And AI with the basket on the assist by Beverly. He's got 10.
You know, he has single-handedly helped them carve into this lead thanks to his scoring in the quarter.
Jackson kicks to Robinson. Back to Jackson from past the arc. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Passes it to Beverly. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And that one's good by Davis.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. So for the Pelicans, Plumlee comes in for Randall. And Ian Clark subbed in for Drew Holiday. And Detroit with a change here, too. Lewis checked in. Jackson looking it over. Now the pass to Pachulia. Right side Robinson. Outside Jackson. Top of the key. Plumlee with the rebound.
The defense cannot afford to be that lazy. You got to be up on the shooters at all times, especially at the mid-range. And Anthony Davis is just as complete a player on the offensive end as you're going to find. Great facing up, great mid-range, plays with the back to the basket. One of the things that is his best quality, Kevin, that does not get talked about much, is just how devastating he is in transition. One of the game's greatest runners and finishers. When you play with a point guard who will advance the ball, he becomes that much more dangerous.
Right side Robinson. An easy 2 points on the layup. Robinson's got 13 points.
He's torching the D right now, hitting a high percentage of all the shots he's let fly.
The feed to AI. And AI throws it down.
And really like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Yeah, they should bring out a big razor right now, Kevin. A great start, an aggressive move to show they're not going to lay down.
And the shot goes in.
That's feel-good moment right there. 3 of 4 so far.
Here's Beverly. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pass to Clark. Kicks it to AI. Count that bucket.
Oh, man, off to a terrific start. Yet to miss with 6 made buckets.
Pistons leading by 6. Outside Jackson. And Lure wide open. He shoots it. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Lure's got his first points in this one. Beverly the pass to Clark. He's looking for Plumlee and finds him. Great positioning on the putback.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Detroit's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Ellington finds Robinson. And here's Jackson. He's guarded by AI. Jackson passes to Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Pass to AI. And it's Lure with the rebound. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Pistons. 6-point lead. Down low, Pachulia. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Yeah, that's Pachulia's comfort zone, getting inside and near the rim and using his size.
AI in the post. Robinson on him. And AI gets it to go.
Only one miss in his first 8 attempts. Coming out of the gate strong.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Robinson for 3. That one's not going to go. And New Orleans will come the other way. AI right side. And AI throws it down.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart. And let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Beverly against Jackson. From deep three-point range.
Patrick Beverly loves the challenge every night to shut down his man. Takes great pride on the defensive end.
And we've got more NBA action on 2K.
Watching previous guys who've led this team.
And, you know, Greg, with Blake Griffin, he's got somebody to take some of that leadership role alongside him.
And those two will be pivotal in deciding just how good this team can be.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And what stands out to you from the Pistons so far in this one?
And I felt like in that first period, the difference really was...
Intercepted. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And the dunk by Jackson.
And at full speed, he still has the wherewithal to get himself in good position.
Yeah, the snap decisions right there. Reading the situation on the move and then making the right choice.
Payton kicks to Holiday. To the paint. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. Look at Oklahoma City. They've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
And when you look at where the Pelicans are, they've claimed the top spot because they've earned it. Some people say they're playing above their heads. I think we're just starting to realize how good this team is.
Pistons leading by 14. Jackson finds Griffin, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Brent, the league playing at a faster pace overall now. Will there ever come a time when every team will play with that same speed?
No, because one team will always be faster than the next. So it's never going to be exacting for every ball club. And as you and I have talked several times, Kevin, you got to play to your strengths. And even though teams are finding more positionless basketball players, some of these guys have attributes to their game where you want to get them in certain positions. That takes time.
It's all about personnel.
It's all about your personnel. And again, putting those guys in the proper place where they can succeed more often.
It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Payton passes to Randall. Back to Payton. Feeds it to AI. And that one's in. He's only missed 3 of 13.
Well, if they're going to win this game, he's going to require just a little bit of help. Many of the shots he's taking are finding the hoop.
Jackson kicks to Griffin. Outside Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
Well, that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
And it's AI with the rebound.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Randall with the bucket.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently, neither did the defenders.
Jackson finds Griffin. Passes it to Kennard. To the paint from 10 feet out. Oh, that's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. Lure is checked in for Wayne Ellington. Shot clock at 5. Here's Jackson. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Jackson's got 9 points in the quarter.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
AI dishes to Davis. Back to AI. Trying to get open, it's Davis. AI, no good. Pistons leading by 17. Takes the 13-footer. Griffin's shot is off.
His touch has just been a little bit absent this quarter, and he's missing a ton of shots.
Here's Kennard. That one wide left.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Randall kicks to Payton. Holiday, the pass to AI. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats here for Holiday. Some nice work from him over the last 10 games. 7th in steals, 7th in three-point field goal percentage. And his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for Drummond.
And where's the fight defensively? I mean, you know you need stops to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, down by double digits, failing to shut down the lane. It has been rough night. Well, passing is something he does very well, especially when it comes to leading his man to the right spot.
The Pelicans have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. They led by as many as 18 points. Poked away. It's stolen by Davis. Now the pass to AI. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it.
Yeah, and it's coming down to the wire now, Kevin. A tense time for some of these players.
You look at AI.
No doubt about it. And it's been an outstanding campaign for him, and he's got to be a part of that starting lineup.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase. We'll keep you updated with the results each day during the voting. And Anthony Davis, a great defender. Brent, some feel his defensive development has plateaued the last few years.
He still gets a lot of blocks, over 2 a game for his entire career thus far, and he doesn't have the same impact that he once did. But you know, guys are shooting a lot more three-point shots, Kevin. So if you can find a way for AD to get from the lane out to a Steph Curry 28-footer, Alvin Gentry's listening.
Holiday, the pass to AI. A minute 20 left to play in the first half. Basket, good.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Now the feed to Griffin. Outside Robinson. Payton against Jackson. Clock at 6. A shot missing. Inside, and AI gets it to go on the assist by Holiday.
He makes it look effortless out there. Until the defense actually presents a challenge for him, expect those kind of results.
Jackson kicks to Lewis, to the paint. Griffin passes to Robinson. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Pelicans trail by 13. Here's AI, and he banks in the layup. AI's got 32 points in the game.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Jackson against Payton. Now here's Jackson. He's guarded closely. He feeds it to Griffin. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Randall. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so we wrap up the first half. The Pistons on top, up by 11. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action. Foul. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Really an incredible game from AI.
Yeah, great job from him in that first half of drawing fouls and getting to the line.
Well, that is a great equalizer here. You want him to play that physical, but how do you do that without creating too much contact?
Down low, it's Randall and Davis. Payton and Holiday are together in the backcourt. And it's AI in at the three. That's Alvin Gentry's 5 as we get into the second half. Pistons leading by 9. Jackson kicks to Robinson. Now the dish to Griffin. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Hammers the alley-oop through. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Yeah, you don't want to leave people open when Blake Griffin has vision of the floor. He exploited the hole in the defense that time.
AI in the post, guarded by Robinson. Davis dishes to AI. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And with a quick break on the court, we've got some time to show you the list of the top rookie shot blockers over the course of the last month. You look at AI, an intimidating defender, 3rd in the league.
He's been a factor on the inside. An impressive stretch for him defensively.
Jackson finds Griffin. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. On the wing, Jackson, covered by Payton. 5 on the clock. Robinson for 3. Pelicans pull it in. They'll be off to Oklahoma City for a meeting with the Thunder after this one. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. And AI gets it to go.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Outside Jackson. He kicks it to Griffin. Robinson for 3. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got 3 assists in the game. Outside Holiday. AI in the post. Robinson on him. It's Davis on the wing. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Here's Randall. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Shooting 5 for 8.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Outside Griffin. Outside for Jackson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Robinson for 3. Robinson missing again. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for New Orleans. It's a 10-point game. Here's AI, and the layup falls. AI's got 38 points. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Outside Griffin. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. He can't get that one. Randall with some nice deep. Here's AI, and oh boy, a lot of contact. contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. When it comes to veteran players, Brent, on a team, what characteristics make for a good leader for a bunch of young guys under him?
We talk a lot about veteran guys on teams, Kevin, and I think one of the most important aspects to think about is that those veterans have a lot more impact if they're still part of playing minutes for a coaching staff. At some point, 4 or 5 months into a season, when an older player is telling you how to do something and only get a chance to see it during practice or him pointing it out on film when you're playing, doesn't have as much of an impact.
Doesn't resonate as much.
When a guy gets 15 minutes a night and you get to see him do those things as a young player from the bench and say, wow, everything he told me on my list, he's checked all those boxes. So having a vet that plays, much more impactful.
Good point. Right side Robinson. Takes it to Pachulia. Pass to Drummond. Payton against Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range. Offensive rebound. Drummond. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
He doesn't do some of the damage that other big men do on the perimeter, but inside, Drummond's got just as much game as anybody.
AI in the post, guarded by Robinson. AI, no good. Detroit leading by 6. Outside Robinson. Launches a 3. That shot is off. And New Orleans will come the other way. Clark kicks to AI. Pass to Diallo. Here's Clark to the inside. Here's AI. A beautiful reverse layup. AI's got 42 in the game.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Jackson passes to Drummond. Down low. Robinson kicks to Drummond. Jackson against Payton. Poked away. And now the Pelicans on the break. There's Diallo and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Reggie Jackson. For New Orleans, they have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
Stanley Johnson, he's checked in for New Orleans. Patrick Beverly comes in for Elfrid Payton. Then for the Pistons, Udo comes in for Andre Drummond. And Ellington is subbed in for Jackson. On the wing, Ellington. Just 4 to shoot. Pass to Kennard. Takes a 3. He is hauled in by Beverly.
That's just poor shooting right now from him, and I'm not sure why he's even attempting those kind of shots.
Dishes it to Johnson. Can't tie it up as that one misses. An even 3-on-3 break. Now here's Ellington, ended by Beverly. Here's Kennard. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
Well, the D has done a very poor job at contesting him from outside, guys. He's tearing into them right now, and they cannot stop him.
And Beverly kicks to Johnson. AI in the post. Robinson on him, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Detroit. For New Orleans, they have gone 9 of 13 from the line.
And he's taking care of the hard part tonight, which is getting to the line. But he hasn't finished the job once he gets there.
Detroit leading by 5. And there's the pass to Udo. He dishes it to Ellington. In the corner, it's Robinson. And it's off from three-point range. The Pelicans have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. And he uses the glass on the layup. AI's got 45 points.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game.
Inside, here's Udo. Got a piece of it. And here we go. Fast break, and AI's got it. Diallo the pass to Beverly. From 6 feet. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Udo picks one up. For New Orleans, they have had 15 tries at the line. They've made 10. The first free throw is good.
And maybe he's starting to find his form at the line. He certainly had his share of chances.
And the Pistons making a change here. Lewis checked in.
And he hasn't had his usual rhythm thus far from the line. I think he's getting back into it with those two.
Ellington finds Pachulia. Here's Robinson. He's guarded by Johnson. Over in the corner. Lure. And again, it's the Pistons missing. For New Orleans, they've gone 7-9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. AI with the bucket. AI's got 49 points in the game.
This is great to see him take over in stretches like this, coming alive at just the right time.
About halfway through the season, and a chance here to recap where all the teams in the West sit in the standings. You take a look at the Pelicans. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And, of course, the Golden State Warriors, right on their heels and with their sights set on gaining ground.
And I think for New Orleans, they had plenty of doubters before the season started, but I can't imagine there's anybody out there that's taking them lightly anymore.
Well, how could you? They're a team that's actually feared at this point, and that is legit. They go into every single game, no matter who's the opponent, and they expect to win.
And how about the agility coming from the big man? I mean, that's not something we often see from him.
You know, it's never going to be, Greg, a 360 dunk when he goes up with it, but it will be 2 points. We do know that.
Well, he's obviously got the length there to make those kind of plays. Just needs to attack more, and that time he did.
Smith kicks to Lure. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Lure's got 4 points in the quarter.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Johnson, the pass to AI. And another one that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
The Pistons leading. Now, here is Smith. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Ellington, the pass to Udo. And Udo with the stop.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
Well, we talk about the D. Let's credit the offense. He attacked right there from the moment he saw the opening, not letting the defense react.
Lure against Johnson. Charity strike shot. Detroit with the rebound. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Ellington leading the charge. Here's Smith. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The 6'11" Mason Plumlee out of Duke, Greg. He's got a live body.
Very athletic, Kevin. His mobility enables him to defend smaller players on the perimeter. Offensively, he is a threat to finish at the rim.
AI. Here's Wood. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And he's got his first. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's AI. Right through the D for the layup. AI's got 53.
Well, he's got a baton in the right hand as he's orchestrating what's going on. A maestro, if you will.
On the floor for Detroit. Udo out there with Pachulia. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then there's Griffin. And it's Lure in at the 1 spot. Outside Griffin. Just 5 on the clock. Buries the long-range jumper. Griffin's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I mean, letting that guy shoot freely from out there, he's going to destroy you from the perimeter if you do that.
Outside Holiday. He kicks to Randall. Inside. Hits it again. Wow.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Pass to Griffin. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Drains the 19-footer.
That's a nice soft touch from Blake there.
New Orleans leading by 3. Floats it up for AI. It's stolen by Udo. Lure finds Griffin, and Davis sends it back, and he gets it back.
It's just been an off night for him. That doesn't happen all that often, but the thing that you do at this point is not to push it, not to rush it. Let it come back to you.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
For the Pistons, Robinson's checked in for Pachulia. Luke Kennard comes in for Udo, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for John Lure. Holiday looking for an opening. Takes the 13-footer. Here's Davis. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Kennard kicks to Griffin. Here's Kennard. Pass to Jackson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And here we go. Fast break, and AI's got it. Yep, that one goes. AI's got 57 points.
I really like the awareness, noticing that he's got the mismatch. And then he just used his size as his advantage on the layup.
Jackson with it. Now Payton defending. Takes the 13-footer. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for New Orleans. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. And Holiday kicks to AI. Payton trying to get open, and it's AI missing. Pistons trail by 7. Griffin dishes to Jackson. Passes it to Kennard. Feeds it to Griffin. Now the pass to Kennard. Over AI. Up again. And Davis pulls it down. New Orleans leading by 7. The feed to AI. And AI throws it down.
Now the big man, the Brow, finding a teammate and does a great job of seeing somebody that's uncovered.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Dwayne Casey talk to his team. He got into him pretty hard. He said, we are being way too soft in there. We need some toughness, and I need some defense. No more easy baskets. Pretty strong words, guys.
Here's Griffin. That 3 off the mark.
And they continue to control the glass.
And Griffin sends it back.
Great to see Griffin going hard on the defensive end. Rejections like that are crucial to his development.
Trying to get something going. Holiday with the block. Yep, it goes in, and the Pelican lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Blake Griffin. And so it's New Orleans with it. Payton outside. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Payton.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Outside Robinson. From 13, Drummond controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. AI in the post, guarded by Robinson.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Outside Jackson. Over Payton. Jackson misses. New Orleans leading by 7. Davis, the pass to AI. And AI throws it down.
Now, Davis is really suited for their offense as a great running big. Does not have to do it all by himself. And using his teammates there.
To the middle. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Randall. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
You know, not sure if it's him or the defense, but just something's off tonight.
Well, something in this frame for sure, but when you're out of rhythm, sometimes it's better to play the role of being the facilitator.
Jackson kicks to Kennard. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Here's AI. Plays it up and banks it in. And the Pelicans lead by 11.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Pass to Drummond. It's blocked. Randall with the ball. To the middle. AI in the post, and he converts the layup.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Jackson kicks to Drummond. Back to Jackson. To the wing on the left. Robinson for 3. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Pass to Payton. Outside Holiday. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. They get it back. Davis. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
That's a big-time battle from AD on the glass. You see the athleticism to go back up with him.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. We've seen AI really making a difference here.
So far, he is just destroying their will. It feels like he can get any shot he wants once he crosses half court.
Now we get a chance to check out our Jordan Player of the Game.
And his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
Here's Drummond. Then finds Robinson. Down low to stop the run. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. And AI throws it down.
Enjoy that unselfish play from Holiday for that swing pass to the open teammate.
No good for AI. Pistons trail by 17. Fires from the wing. Kennard's shot is off.
Yeah, momentum right now is against them. They're just going to have to figure out a way to ride this one out.
Got to be some consideration here for a different rotation, because the matchups right now just not favorable.
AI in the post. Robinson on him. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Robinson, and so he's picked up his final foul. He will sit for the rest of this game. John Lure, he's checked in for Detroit. And both free throws good for AI. A minute 42 left in the fourth. And here's Jackson. Now Drummond. Kicks to Griffin. Back to Drummond. Over in the corner. Lure. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. And so it's Rendell bringing it up now for New Orleans. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for New Orleans.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game, and I think ultimately that earned the W.
And this will make it 21 victories for them on the year.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for AI.
Well, the tone was set by him defensively tonight. Recorded a number of blocks, and that was a big difference maker, intimidating the other team.
And good! There's another.
He's scoring at an insane level here.